Hey guys, this is Michael with Chipper LLC Trailers and Equipment. Today we're going to be running the IR1200 Mini Skid Steer. We're getting a tooth bucket, which is already loaded up on the trailer, and we're going to run a power rake as well. I have two different jobs. We're going to be having different uses for both, so I want to bring you guys along, show you how we load this thing up, how we unload it, and the work it does on these two jobs. All right, so now that we've got this machine on the trailer, what we're going to do is first we're going to check the parking brake, which is engaged here. You have manual or auto, but you want to make sure the sprockets are clear of the parking brake. If you have it on auto, you can turn it off and it will come out. After you've checked that, we're going to go chains and binders through the D-rings on the rear end on both sides. And on the front, you have a D-ring positioned at the front of the machine right here. We're going to go through both sides. All right, so now that we've got this machine on the trailer, everything is bindered down and chained correctly. We're going to make sure our ramps are secured. So I'll put those up, lock them, put the pin in there. Our binders are all going to be on the driver's side. Make sure your chains are tight. These are all snug. The machine sits down. We've got the bucket strapped down. So we move on to the hookup of the trailer. We've got our safety chains here, both hooked up. We're going to do the light cable, which you can see I have a good bit of excess here. And what we usually show people, because not a lot of people know, is to keep it from dragging. We will usually put it up through your coupler pin here. And that keeps you from messing up your wiring or anything like that. And once you've done the light wire, this is your emergency brake cable, which will attach in the same place as your chains. So we will do that and we will be ready to go. Just like that. And there we go. We've been through all the checkpoints of this system. We're ready to get to our job and start work. So we're at the job site now. I've got the 1200. I got the chains off and the binders off. I'm getting ready to unload. I've pushed my ramps into place. So we're going to unload this machine and get to work. I'll show you guys how it's done. So here's my test strip down through here. You can see what the dirt actually looks like before my test strip versus after. We get a whole lot more rock brought up to the top. So we are going to try to go down through all of this area with this 1200 and the power rake and see if we can't bring some more rock up to the top of the surface. So you guys hang in here and I'll get you set up on a tripod and we'll see what it does. All right, so just from those runs there, we went from, you know, compacted dirt that was once gravel to bringing some of that gravel back up. Now this has been run over 1,000 times. There wasn't a whole lot of gravel here, but the objective was to bring some of it up. There wasn't a lot to start with. If you gravel your driveway, you know, every few years, it will bring a lot more back up than what was brought up here. Such as up here by the gate, you can see how much more gravel was brought up by that power rake. This was all bare dirt as well. All right, so this is what we're looking like as far as the project. Got a gate we've got to be able to get through with the mini skid steer. We've got all this old grass and weeds that we've got to get out of here. We're gonna use the power rake to bring up fresh dirt and get it ready for a seed bed. We're gonna take the bucket to get all this mulch out and dump it right out that back gate, move the stone, power rake all this, and then seed it. So I'll bring you guys along to show you what the mini skid's gonna do, and I will show you the after. All right, so now that I've got most of that mulch out of the way, we're going to run the power rake, fill this dirt up. Hopefully it'll dry it out a little bit as well. All right, so after our first few passes with the power rake, you can see we've really created a nice seed bed here across the yard. We're gonna get some of these leaves cleaned up, go over it again, get these stones out of the way, and do another pass. Alright, so now we've got our grass seed down. Got a good coating. It's supposed to get rain this afternoon. Perfect tool for the job.